Good morning and happy Friday. It is Friday, June the 13th, 2025, and it is Venus sign Friday. And Venus is currently it's currently in its home zodiac of Taurus energy. Even though it is a stigma, stereotype, myth, whatever other word you can think of for this day of Friday the 13th, this is actually a very lucky day. And it is a very lucky day for some signs in particular, such as Cancer, Taurus, Libra, and Aries. It is a great time for you guys and very lucky time for you. Very auspicious time for you, if you shall say. It's a good time for you to think about if you want to move, either renting a home or buying a home, buying a car, if you want to play the lottery, if you want to get a scratch off. It's a good time for those signs to actually do that. Now, I will preface this by saying, depending on the degrees in your birth chart, if these placements sit in your second house and your seventh house and in your moon sign, this is also a time for you to balance out your emotions, depending on where those zodiacs fall in your house. Let's just say you're a Cancer sun. Then this is a good time for you to show up and be a more balanced part of yourself and really hone in on, this is where I want my life to go. This is where I can find balance. This is what I should go after. If it's in your moon sign, it's a good time for you to balance out your emotions. If it's in your second house, that's the house of your finances, of how you handle your finances, then you're the person that it's a good time for you to buy a house. You're the person that's a good time for you to go play the lotto. You're the person that's a good time for you to go get a car. You got to pay attention to that. I think people hear readings, they hear like, oh man, she said it's time for me to play a lotto. It's not just your sun sign. It's your entire birth chart. And then it depends on degrees where it falls. And then it also depends on divine timing too. Just because it's a good time don't mean it's your time. But the odds are in your favor. Did that sound better? Do people understand that now? Because they be like, oh, well, such and such said this. That's not, no. And then you have the seventh house. Seventh house talks about partnerships, legalities, justice, things going into your favor. You partner up in networking. If you have those placements, it's a good time for you to get out there, to be around people, for you to understand where your tribe is, to find those like-minded individuals. So that's what all that energy means. It's a good time for that. Today, we're still pulling from the Moonology Oracle card deck because we're finally coming out. We're waning down off of that full moon of Sagittarius that we had now. And it's the time for healing. And when one is healed, all are healed. It's time to let go of the past. You're about to turn the corner. You need more time to heal, some of you. Think about how the situation would look if everyone were healed. The teaching. Patience is required at the time of the balsamic moon. Balsamic, it's like that vinegar, right? At first I looked at the word, I was like, I know what balsamic moon means, but saying it out loud, I was like, I'm going to trip myself up, but hey, you live and you learn. It's time for some self-care as you slowly but surely prepare yourself for the new moon, which is around the corner, which we know we're going to have a new moon in Cancer. I believe it's like the 24th or 25th of June, because it's almost Cancer season. All right, Cancer. All right. No matter which point in the current moon cycle you pull this card, it's a reminder to let go a little bit easy on yourself and be a little bit easy on yourself. The time to step into your power will come soon enough. Give yourself the time that you need. For those of you who have this Oracle card deck and you follow the card that I pull, congratulations to you. Listen, I'm going to interpret the message and read the message how I get it. Somebody, I don't know who I'm picking up on, they're like, oh, that's not what it says. Well, if you want to follow the exact teachings of this, even though it is meant, this is, when we talk about, and I'm going to go really briefly on this, we talk about Oracle cards. Oracle cards are made by people, just as other books was written by people, right? And how it all depends on your discernment and your understanding of what you are understanding when you read a text and what that text means for you. All right. Because if everyone was meant to interpret and understand things in the exact same manner, we would not have what we call an individual. And we would not be able to collectively come together with our individual mindsets, hearts, mentalities, compassion, empathy, all of those things to create the world that we live in. I don't know who needs to hear that, but individuality is a thing. And individuality is needed in a collective sense and in a group. You got to be your own individual, or the group cannot thrive if everyone is the same. Now, what matters in that individuality and in that group setting is that each other understands where the other person is coming from. That's what makes a group successful and grows. But you must be an individual to understand another individual, because you always have to do what? Respect the individual. So I'll leave you with that. You guys stay blessed, stay safe, and stay protected, and I'll talk to you later. Peace out.